We begin with a flashback from several years ago. Alfred contacts Batman and asks if he's thinking about them, about the bodies. The Dark Knight tells him it's not about the bodies. Alfred knows he hasn't been sleeping, not since the case began. He knows about the images from the crime scene that Bruce has been reviewing over and over again. It's their faces, they've been branded into his mind. The test subjects at the chemical plant. The camera operator who gave Joker what he needed to broadcast his kidnapping videos across Gotham. Claridge, the diamond magnate. And after all this, how many has this Joker already killed? Batman tells Alfred that it's 24, and he expects to find more bodies in the reservoir. Alfred hopes that, once and for all, they can put an end to this nightmare. But Batman isn't sure it's ever going to end. It's hard to put into words. Based on Joker's motivations, they go beyond anything he's encountered, not only in Gotham, but throughout all his training. Calling him insane feels like an oversimplification. He's seen more bodies than he can count, but there has always been a reason behind the killings, whether as a means to an end or some twisted justification for murder. A pleasure that can only be satisfied this way. To the Joker, they're nothing but meat. The city, the entire world, and the people in it. In his eyes, they're already dead. He's just helping them along. Throughout this conversation, Alfred knows there's something Batman isn't telling him. Batman thinks about it all these deaths, and the reservoir. He believes there's some kind of test, a way for Joker to understand his limits. He believes Joker knows he's going to lose. But he also knows how Joker will want to come for him next time, and the time after that. Joker is the only other person in the world Batman believes is truly alive. And because of that, he doesn't know if this battle will ever truly end. Alfred tells him that at least he won't be fighting it alone. He doesn't think Bruce believes he'll let him face a murderous nightmare clown for the rest of his days. Now, the entrance to the viaduct is to his left. He needs to prepare to ram through that gate. After this brief introduction, we return to the present. The media begins reporting the news. There are reports that Wayne Enterprises was taken over in a hostile acquisition this week, and a new administration is now in charge, one that has shaken up the business world. The legal representatives of Wayne Enterprises have revealed an old embezzlement scheme connected to Bruce Wayne, meant to support the vigilante known as Batman. The new advisor and board of directors of Wayne Enterprises have filed a lawsuit demanding that Batman surrender all technology illegally acquired from the company. Under the directive of Wayne Enterprises' legal team, the elegant Wayne Manor was returned to the city tonight. For now, there's no sign of Bruce Wayne. The Gotham Gazette received a multi-million-dollar deal to cease and desist. After publishing a report claiming that the man behind the company's new direction was the Joker, the newspaper retracted the story just a few hours later. While we're watching all this unfold, Joker's henchmen are pursuing a Batmobile. After a long chase, they finally catch up and shoot at it, triggering a massive explosion. "We need to contact the boss," one of them says. But this was nothing more than another empty shell. There's no bat meat inside. Only gears, microchips, and burning leather. Punchline says it's fine. They've just finished hacking into the central computer. At Wayne Enterprises, Punchline asks Mr. Fox what this place is called. Joker has always loved the little names he gives everything. She says that the would-be Bat children are the ones who come up with the names. But she knows better than that. Lucius tries to resist. He doesn't want to help. Punchline asks him to please focus. He's their CEO now. He has to tell her everything inside that sweet, old head of his. Let the toxin do its work. He doesn't have to fight it. As they move deeper through the company, Punchline discovers the place where the bats are being bred. "You've been breeding all kinds of little bats here, haven't you?" she says. "It's like you knew exactly where we'd put our hands. You're giving my boss the perfect gift, and you don't even realize it." But she has one more question. Where would you go if you suddenly had nearly $100 billion? The answer is easy. She'd go shopping. Meanwhile, over in Park Row, Joker is there to buy the place. This part of Park Row used to be called Crime Alley. Bruce Wayne's father loved bringing his son here to watch movies. They would sit right at the front. And why does Joker want to buy this place? Because it seems quiet. Somewhere he can grow old, and everything will begin here. But while Joker is being shown around the property, there seems to be something strange underneath it. Inside the theater, Joker searches for something until he finds it. It's the film The Mark of Zorro. Once he fulfills his first objective, he asks the owner why he doesn't join the audience. The show is about to begin. But first, he has a question. How many seats does this theater have? I wouldn't want my friends to be left without one. And by friends, he means all those people laughing in the shadows. He can see them all through a little window. They're just waiting for him, and the rest of them. And by the rest of them, he means the entire city of Gotham. Back at Wayne Enterprises, Mr. Graves arrives to meet with Commissioner Gordon. He's there to request a civil rights injunction to stop police harassment of Wayne Enterprises and all its owners. The mayor is on television right now, insisting that they must disperse the barricades surrounding Wayne Enterprises. He says it's likely they'll all be replaced in the coming days. His client is the Joker, and they can tamper with City Hall and the courts all they want. But Graves and the cops both know the truth. He knows who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. Bullock tells him that his client stole that company. His client is genocidal trash, a stain that must be wiped from this city and from the world. He tells Graves he can take that injunction and shove it. Mr. Graves decides to leave. He reminds the officers who it was that bought them their new precinct and all their equipment. It would be a shame to take it all back. Bullock fires back that it was Bruce Wayne who bought all of that. We continue with Mr. Graves. He arrives somewhere and tells his driver to keep the engine running. They'll have to pay the mayor another visit to make sure he doesn't change his mind. Once he gets to the accounting department, he asks for the latest information on his client's investments. He also has an additional request. His client wants to purchase every movie theater chain in the city. Not just the major ones, the film libraries and independent art cinemas in Burnside as well. Meanwhile, Batman is listening in on a conversation. Joker doesn't care about the cost, but they should at least try not to give everything away. Outside the Wayne Enterprises building, Batman creates an access point with the bat symbol. Once inside, he asks the computer for a full scan of the building. He wants Joker. Out of nowhere, Punchline appears behind him. Joker isn't here at the moment. And by the way, she apologizes. Was this supposed to be a secret hideout? She asks. Our friend Mr. Lucius Fox told us about the 6 micro-caves he built into the building. It's as if Bruce planned for every kind of attack on Gotham and had a cave ready to operate in each different crisis. This one's my favorite, Punchline says. And do you know why? Because it's the one you haven't earned yet. It's the one you were going to unlock once you, Fox, and Mr. Wayne finished building your new Gotham City. Both are engaged in a fight. As they battle, Punchline presses a button that opens a hatch. Isn't this promising? She says. She loves the color of the cape and the cowl. He's not a Dark Knight at all. Batman hadn't seen it before and asks if Lucius was the one who designed it. Lucius tells him no. He found it on the computer and thought it was Bruce. Batman may call Joker and Punchline insane, but he won't have his shiny new city of the future. No new gadgets, no new and stylish suits. They've taken everything, and now they're going to kill him. Batman doesn't understand. Punchline tells him he looks terrible. She heard Deathstroke beat him badly. Maybe the stitches weren't done right. Well, now that she thinks about it, she knows exactly what happened. It's hard for her to forget, since she spent a year building up her immunity. Punchline filled his little cave with poison, a blend of her own creation. Some of the boss's stuff, modified with a bit of fear toxin and a touch of venom, so it won't kill him. But it makes withdrawal a living hell. Batman grows desperate. He needs to get out of there. He tries to escape through the access point he had just created, when suddenly he hears a voice telling him not to go that way. He's moving backward. He wonders if it's Alfred, though in reality, they're taking everything from him. His vehicles, his city. Master Bruce has to get out. Batman knows this isn't real. Alfred is dead. Alfred apologizes. He's truly sorry, because now they're both going to die. With Batman's own weaponry, they've just shot him directly, hitting the target dead on. Now we jump forward in time. What we see next happens many years from now. Alfred tells Batman they've located the vehicle. The drones are mapping out all possible routes. 90% of them lead to Adams. Batman says the bike is redirecting. It's near the new frigate. He needs to execute the traffic protocol to clear its path and alert the commissioner's office. Alfred informs him that a young boy is entering the mapped collision zone. Batman orders him to send a signal. Today, no one dies. No one dies in this city ever again. The boy receives the bat signal, meaning Batman is in action. That makes him extremely excited. It's Batman, on a motorcycle. The Dark Knight continues. He's jamming all radio frequencies. He knows they can hear him. If they surrender now, no one will get hurt. Mr. Freeze tells him he can bring all the heat he wants. His heirs were born in a darker, colder Gotham. They remember the endless nights, the crime, and the horror. They'll destroy this false utopia and replace it with something far more chilling. His son asks at what temperature the human brain freezes. He'd like to run an experiment. Victor tells him it doesn't matter. The maximum temperature of his new weapon is still below zero. They have to remind Batman which family he's dealing with. Batman is about to reach them on his motorcycle. Freeze's children try to stop him with their freeze guns. At that moment, Alfred tells Batman he's activated the heat deployment. The density of the ice should allow for an escape in 3, 2, 1, and just as Alfred said, Batman manages to break free. Mr. Freeze can't believe it. He tells his children to get behind him. He'll deal with the Bat himself. Batman launches himself off the motorcycle. Victor won't be able to harm him, because Batman has just taken out his children. Mr. Freeze couldn't protect them. But he doesn't need to worry, they'll be fine. And so will Victor, Batman promises. The mission is over, and once they're back in the Batcave, Alfred says this is the first time everything has gone right in a month. That must be a record. Bruce has to meet with Barbara to discuss how Victor managed to access his old technology, and those children who claim to be his offspring will need Batman's help. Alfred needs to call Leslie to figure out how they can help them. She and Harper will see them in the morning. Alfred was worried for a moment that Bruce and Mrs. Wayne might not make it to that trip to Tokyo after all. Bruce says Selina would kill him if that happened. And besides, the city is in good hands. This is a small city, though not so small when you're racing through it at 160 kilometers per hour. But Bruce has to ask, any surprises up there? Alfred tells him that young Tim brought Connor with him for dinner. He has his own agenda. Bruce thinks this is probably something very expensive. He's still paying off the last Titan's tower. Alfred can hear in Bruce's voice just how much he loves the sound of those words as they leave his lips. But suddenly, something starts happening to Alfred. His neck is broken. The butler tells him that all of this is a lie. He won't have a happy ending. He will die alone, without family, without friends, while the city falls into their hands. He says all of this with a terrifying smile on his face. Batman knows this can't be real, and suddenly he wakes up. It had all been nothing more than torture induced by Joker's toxin. Once Batman wakes up, he finds Harley Quinn standing in front of him. She's grateful he's not dead. She had actually bet with herself that he probably was. Batman asks how she's even standing. Catwoman had told him she was injured. Harley says she was injured, a lot, but she knows people. Knifeline, or whatever Joker's new girlfriend calls herself, tried to shut me up. But this mouth doesn't shut up easily. Now she looks a bit like Frankenstein, and she knows it. She thinks maybe she should have leaned into it, maybe done a whole Halloween thing, painted herself green. Anyway, where's the Catwoman? Batman asks how long he's been unconscious. Harley tells him 3 days since she found him, since they told her he blew up part of Wayne Enterprises. People are very angry about that, but they know who's really in charge up there now. Gotham is now Joker's city. He makes the rules. What he says is the truth. Harley knows this because Joker has the money to make it the truth. All the other gangs in the city have joined him, because now Joker is a wealthy eccentric. He's giving them all kinds of toys. At night, a true horror rises up there. Ordinary people don't know what to do. They're taking matters into their own hands. Because the cops and the vigilantes aren't even exercising anymore. They've been left with no choice but to take justice into their own hands. All of this is wrong, and Batman still has whatever they gassed him with running through his system. It's not the usual stuff, it's a new substance. Harley was never much of a chemistry girl. She was more into therapy, talking things through. Harley needs to tell him where he is, what all of this is, and where the Joker is. Well, according to her, Miss Punchable seems to be leading the gang inside the Wayne building. That's over at Triconnor's yards. Rumor has it they've just purchased Ace Chemicals. She bets that was just the test batch for a much larger supply of a new Joker weapon, a new toxin. Underbroker and his army of lawyers are in the city, making sure everything stays paralyzed and that the police keep out of the action. She recognizes a Joker plan when she sees one, and he's preparing for his final game. But this time, Mr. J is after something different. He's bought up all the advertising time in Gotham, online videos, television. Literally every place is broadcasting this over and over again. Batman needs to see it for himself. It's a video of a man talking about an exciting story of adventure, romance, and revenge. The story of a man born a hero. The story of the symbol he would use to mark the world, the Mark of Zorro. Remastered and better than ever. This is Gotham's version. Only 3 people saw the ending the last time, and it changed the course of this city's history. But what happens when everyone sees the real ending? The Mark of Zorro, back in theaters. Tickets are already sold out at the Monarch Theater. The release is just days away and will reach every cinema in Gotham. A film so good, so daring, that they'll pay you to watch it. $10,000 to every person who sees it on opening night. The words end, and the man is shot. Batman knows that theater, and it means nothing but bad memories. The Dark Knight begins to slip into a trance again. Batman tries to fight it, but it seems too late. Bruce Wayne is reliving the death of his parents. Their necks are broken too, and they begin laughing. Harley tries once again to snap him out of it. He's slipping away again. He needs to think clearly. If he loses his mind, Mr. J is going to kill him. Batman pushes her off. Harley tells him she has exactly what he needs to counteract it. But Batman doesn't need an antidote. He needs to know where Joker is. Harley won't let him go, so she pulls out a syringe. But the Bat resists. Despite being injured, he's able to throw her off again. The theater isn't far from here, so he's leaving. Harley, desperate, tells him Gotham needs him to calm down. Otherwise, everyone will die. A little further ahead, Alfred asks Batman if he's okay, though we already know this isn't Alfred. It's a hallucination caused by the toxin. Batman says he's just a little dizzy. He'll return to the cave once he's defeated Joker. He's having a minor psychotic break. The Bat knows this Alfred's voice isn't real, but he can deal with that later. Those words wound Alfred. He's here to help him. He promised he'd always be here to help. Batman knows, and he can't afford to lose another minute. He can't lose this city again. As he moves forward, something stops him. He sees a situation that demands his attention. Below him is a gang of clowns. Batman has to act, and without any trouble, he takes them all down. This is how it ends, isn't it? He says. I'll have to deal with that. But first, I'm going to deal with him. A bit farther ahead, he finally arrives at the theater. As mentioned before, the Mark of Zorro is being projected. Everything is exactly as Batman remembers. It's as if it's all brand new. Not even new. It's as if it's that night all over again. Watching the entire screening, he isn't sure if it's the hallucinogens in the toxin making him see the theater this way, or if Joker used his money to make all of this real. He's going to have to get inside his own head if he's going to survive this. Once he opens the doors to the screening room, he's hit with a horrible stench. It's the smell of rot, of death. It smells like death in here. Once he scans for vital signs, he realizes there are no heartbeats in this theater except his own. Batman doesn't understand. Why bring these bodies here? Some of them look like they've been decomposing for years. Suddenly, Joker appears on the screen. These are family, he says. My family. These are the people who helped me see the other side of the veil. Every man, every woman, and every child I've killed. I had the clowns dig for days and gave them a little bit of tech I borrowed from my friend, the designer. And now all of them will be my army. An army of Joe Chills. Ready to kill the city once they see the whole picture. And the twist at the end of the story. I've been giving them a preview. That's why there are only tickets for this theater. They have some bone-deep issues to settle with you. You see, you were supposed to be here to save them, but you weren't. And you won't be able to save this city either. Because these dead have risen, and now they're coming for the Bat. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.